Good evening. I am Ananda Kumar, Faculty of English and Soft Skills Trainer. Today, our topic is letter writing, in which job application letter and resume. I am going to deal this topic for Advanced English Communication Skills Laboratory. Come back to the session. First, we have to see what is called letter. I mean, the exact definition for letter. Letter is a written message which convey to a person who is not proximity. Kindly mark the word proximity. It means the person who is not near to us. So at the time we are going to write a letter. The first point in the slide, a written message that can be handwritten or printed on a paper. So both can be accepted. Then the second point is usually sent to the recipient via mail or post in an envelope because communication has been civilized. Presently we people are using mail and the WhatsApp, and there are so many technological platforms in order to convey our message to the people, I mean to the recipient. So for that we are using the mail or like whatever, I mean the technological platform. So the third point is a written conversation between two parties. Obviously a communication takes place between two parties. Then the last point of the slide, the art of letter writing has taken a back seat. However, even today, a lot of our communication, especially the formal kind, is done via letters. Whether it is a cover letter for a job, or the bank sending you a reminder, or a college acceptance letter. So, letters are still an important mode of communication. The next, we have to see the types of letter. Generally, letters are categorized into two types known as formal and informal. But there are also a few types of letters based on their contents, formalities, and the purpose of writing. Let's have a look at the few types of letters. So here I'd like to read the types of letter first. The first one is formal letter. The second one is informal letter. Third one is business letter. Fourth one is official letter. Fifth one is social letter. And sixth one is circular letter. And the final one is employment letters. Now see what is called formal letter. These letters follow a certain pattern and formality. They are strictly kept professional in nature. Then the second one is informal letter. These are personal letters. Actually, these letters are called personal letters. So we would like to write this type of letter to our friends, relatives, etc. Then the business letter. Third one is business letter. The letter is written among business correspondents and contains commercial information such as calling for quotation, placing orders, and making complaints, and also claiming the same. So these are all called, or this type of letter is called business letter. Then the next one is official letter. It is written to inform offices, I mean offices, office branches, and subordinates of official information. Then next one is social letter. It's very important, and moreover it has to be written on special occasion like congratulatory and condolence and some other special occasion. The next one is circular letter. This letter that announces information to a large number of people is called circular letter. There is no doubt because we people are working in college. We are using this type of letter often. And next one, the employment letters. The employment letters. Any letters with respect to the employment process like joining, promotion, and job application, etc. So the types of letter over. And next we have to see letter writing tips. So the first point is identify the type of letter. While writing any letter, it is our duty to identify what kind of letter which we are writing. either formal letter or informal letter or social letter or business letter, whatever it may be. That has to be identified clearly without any doubt. And the second point is make sure you open and close the letter correctly, because the formal letters, which is having certain rules and regulation, the pattern, whether that has to be followed by you without any obstacles or not. The opening and closing should be what we can say should be abruptly without having any mistakes. So it has to be monitored clearly. Then the third point is establish the main intent of the letter. So here, whatever the letter, it has to be exaggerated or highlighted. What is the intent? The purpose that has to be clearly mentioned. Then the fourth one is be careful of the language. So why the fourth point, which has been given like be careful of the language? A letter is always supposed to be polite and consolidate. Even it should be followed in complaint letter. So language is very important. Always it should be very polite, and we should not give any like awkward word or like any confusion while writing such type of letter. Then next, the last point of the slide, length of the letter. The other important factor to be considered is the length of the letter you are writing. It should be kept in the mind that the formal letters are generally to the point, precise and short. So we move to the next slide, that is 7 parts of letter. It's very important. So 7 parts of letter. What are the 7 parts of letter? Starts from heading to signature. So heading, date, address, salutation, body, complimentary close and signature. We have to see one by one. So the first one is heading. Mostly it is printed on a letterhead template. It contains company name, address and contact information. So it should be prescribed in the heading area. Then the second one is date. Simply put the date is the day the letter is sent. The most commonly used the date format is April 18, 2020. Then the next one is address. It is nothing like recipient address. That's very important. Then another one is salutation. So in different circumstances, ensure which salutation is apt or appropriate. I think two salutations, one is dear and another one respected. So these two salutations are very important. The next one is body. The body is the important part of the letter. It is divided into 3 subcategories: introductory paragraph, main paragraph and summary. In introductory paragraph states purpose of writing. Then main content, it has to be furnished the information detailed in a detailed mode. Then summary, so everything has to be summarized. Everything has to be summarized. And next we move to complimentary close. It is short word or phrase, but basically means like sincerely, truly, faithfully, obediently, etc. So it is depending upon the type of letter it has to be used. Then the last one of this slide, the parts of letter, signature. In the written document, sender's signature should be given at last. It's very important. So the letter ends with signature. Then next we move to the job application format. Job application format is very important. Job application letter is also known as cover letter, which you send with your resume to provide information on your skills and experience. This letter is chance to sell yourself to an employer, explaining why you are an ideal candidate for a position. So here, the first point is letter sent with resume to provide information on your skills and experience. The second point is chance to sell yourself to an employment. It's a kind of marketing. So then only you will be considered like what we can say, the candidate to hunt the job. Then third point is explaining why you are an ideal candidate for a position. Because for example, HR manager, you are going to apply for an HR manager. So what's your qualification? MBHR. The qualification is mandatory one in order to attend the interview. So explaining why you are an ideal candidate for position. Here, one more segment is very important, that is your experience. So qualification and experience show that you are an ideal candidate for a position. I mean to the particular vacancy. Then the next point is pay close attention to formatting. So formatting is very important. So we have to follow certain international pattern for making your job application. So that is very important. Then free from error, that is the last point in the slide. Free from errors. So we have to look after is there any mistake like grammar mistakes or like spelling mistakes or like any punctuation mistakes, etc. It has to be monitored clearly. So before dispatching this, it should be evaluated by the candidate. Then next we go with tips for writing a job application letter. In this slide, the first point is do not copy your resume. It's very important. But nowadays, the students are always making copy. They don't have any originality. So instead, they would like to make copy. Simply, they would like to send the same to the companies. So if you have that habit, definitely your resume will not be shortlisted. So don't forget, you should not copy your resume. Then the second one is tailor each application letter to the job. So here our mandatory process to what we can say, it has to be arranged in the chronological order. That is your objective, career objective, qualification, experience. There are quite number of divisions in the resume. So it has to be furnished clearly. Then be professional. So be professional, then only your job application will be scrutinized. Then the next point is carefully proofread. So once if you prepare your job application, then you are advised to hand over some proofreader or like the expert in order to do some corrections. So carefully do the proofread. Then the next point is follow business letter format. So here the point which is always suggesting to follow the business letter format, that is letterhead and certain formats for business letter, so that has to be followed. Then the last point is decide whether to send a hard copy or email, because if you send your job application over mail, so there we will have subject line. So there we have to mention that what kind of job you are going to apply. So then only it has to be scrutinized. But if you send your job application in hard copy mode, then we have to follow the as usual proceedings. Then next we move with the another slide, that is job application letter format. So it starts from contact information, date, employer contact information, salutation, body of application letter. So the body of the application letter divides into three segments. One is first paragraph, middle paragraph, final paragraph. Then the next one is complimentary clause and typed signature. So now we see the first one, contact information. This is called like letterhead. So there you have to give your address, complete address with your mail ID and phone number, everything that has to be given over there. Then the second point is date is very important. So on which date you have dispatched the letter. So in order to know that information, you must write the date, or we must give the date over there. Then third point is employer contact information. So you are going to address to which employer I'm saying. So employer here, like any whatever the company name, I mean the higher official name on the company name and the location, etc. That has to be given clearly. Then next, salutation. So the salutation is very important, as I said already, that the dear or like respected. It is depending upon the situation or circumstances. Whether you know the person already, better we use dear Mr. Joe, or like you don't know the person in the sense like dear sir or like respected sir. So whatever the salutation we have to give. Then next, body of the application letter. So as we discussed already, like the body of the letter, job application, the body of the letter. In the first paragraph, why you are writing this letter, it has to be mentioned clearly why you are writing this letter, and for what position you are going to for what position you are writing this letter to get that position. I am saying that. So if you like to get the position like assistant professor in the particular engineering college, that has to be mentioned over there. Then in the middle paragraph, so what you are going to contribute towards the employer, I mean your qualification and your experience, these things, I mean, can be considered you like an ideal person to get the or to hand the position. Then final paragraph, so here it's a mandatory process to thank the employer for considering you to attend the interview, or I mean the interview process. So next, complimentary close. So complimentary close, as usual, you're like yours sincerely or like truly, whatever, as I said already. Then typed signature. So here you have to give your signature clearly without any I mean confusion. Then next one is resume format. So the resume format starts from contact information to references. So contact information. So as I said that it is letterhead. So the sender residential address and mobile number and mail ID, everything should be given clearly. So the next one is objective. So it is also known or called as like a career objective. So what is called career objective? A career objective is a brief statement that expresses your professional goal. So, what is your goal, or what is, I mean, your idea, or what is your I mean view while applying to the job? So there it must be prescribed clearly. Then education. So here the reverse chronological order should be followed for giving your educational details. I mean, your highest qualification should be mentioned as the first qualification, right? Then it has to be followed as usual. Then experience. So the last experience, so where you worked in the last concern or college or company, so that experience should be mentioned. And don't forget, while mentioning the experience details in the resume, so for that you must keep some supportive document in order to avoid some ambiguous statement from the employers. So better you keep always such documents while applying to any concern. The next, leadership and activities. So leadership and activities, it is applicable for both fresher and experienced candidate. How you know? Uh, for example, you are if you are a fresher in the sense, for example, you are, I mean, the top of your class, I mean in the academic excellence, I mean in the academic record, like university rank holder in this thing, that is your leadership. So there, what's your activities in order to maintain the same position till the completion of your graduation, undergraduation or post graduation. So whether you are following or not, it is also being considered like leadership and activities. For experienced candidate, for example, someone worked in the last institution like professor in the head of the department. So head of the department is the leadership position. So while when you were working there, what kind of activities which you were observed along with your team members in order to enhance the a particular institution, so that has to be given clearly over there. Then next, academic projects. So if you have any academic projects, or if you obtain any academic projects, while studying or while working in somewhere. So that has to be given clearly. So in the name of academic projects. Then next one is additional information. So apart from academic, here additional information represents like computer skills and communication skills. There are plenty of skills, so that has been entitled as like additional information. Then the next one is other headings. Other headings, it's very important. Other headings in the sense like what we can say your nationality and regions. There are quite number of information has to be furnished. So in the name of other headings. Then references. Here you should not, forget. We should not include the references in the resume. For that, you are advised to prepare a separate sheet, and there you are suggested to give 2 to 4 references in different domain in order to know about yourself, and that page should be followed as it is your format of resume, like the font size and the letter style, everything. So that has to be given for reference column also. So don't forget, reference column is very important in order to know about you. So the next page is resume checklist. So in resume checklist, the first point is no spelling, grammar, and punctuation errors. It's very important because once if you prepare your job application along with the resume, so you are advised to hand over some expert or like the proofreader to scrutinize or like to ensure that is there any spelling, grammar, or punctuation errors that has to be monitored. Then next one is makes clear, concise, and positive impression in 30 seconds or less. So the employer, once if they read your the job application, your resume, so within 30 seconds your resume should be impressed in order to get the opportunity to meet them in person. It's very important. Then another thing is one page. So whatever your CV or like the education, qualification, detail, experience, so that has to be furnished in one page. I think it is it's applicable for fresher because they don't have any previous experience, so that's why I suggest the one page for the fresher. Then the another one is organized, easy to read, and has to balance between content and white space. So I think while reading this point, you can understand. Once again, I read organized, easy to organize in the sense arrange the information in the chronological order, easy to read, that and we have to read it in a what we can say, we have to read it clearly. And another thing is it has balance between content and white space. Then the next point is uses standard fonts. So here the standard fonts, I think Times New Roman, the font size maybe like 12, and headings and subheadings for 14, I think so. So that has to be followed while preparing resume. Then the next point is highlight skills and accomplishments is very important. So highlight skills in the sense like your whatever your technical skills and other skills, that has to be highlighted in order to get the call from the employer immediately. And don't forget, along with this, the accomplishments should be highlighted. So next we move to, or we now we are seeing, a model resume. So I just I have given you for what we can see. Make your resume like this. Uh, Once again, please see this. Now I think you can understand clearly that objectives and education and your experience and whatever the details which has given in this resume, the detail which has given in the resume, skills, qualifications, activities, interests, etc. So in this way you have to prepare your job application and resume. So don't forget, it's very important. Then next, the conclusion session. So far, we have observed that what is letter and the definition of letter, the types of letter, and what does I mean, what are the parts of letter, and job application, the format of job application, and what is called resume and resume format, and so many things we have reviewed successfully. So I think the session, which is very interested one. Thank you, students, and thank you one and all.